Well, looky here, gonna lower the music. This is like 2 years ago from today. Spooktober 22nd of 2022 was my first day interning at Riverside Discovery Center. And, that's crazy. It's been 2 years since I moved to Nebraska for that 12-week internship because I'm right outside the theater right now, about to jump to the theater to see Smile 2, right? And I remember seeing and reviewing the first Smile when I was in Colorado Springs. That my internship at Cheyenne Mountain Zoo was ended right before I moved to Nebraska for this internship. And yeah, I remember just getting to volunteer with the spooktacular festivities on my first day there, which that was there I am, great pumpkin suit. Little trip down memory lane has never hurt anybody. But yeah, anyways, I figured I'm gonna see Smile 2 today. I'm cautiously excited for it. Because, the first Smile that came out 2 years ago was, I was thoroughly impressed. That movie scared the absolute hell out of me. And the sequel, from the trailers, it looks like it's going to be more of a standalone sequel with Naomi Scott as the lead. And I really like Naomi Scott. I've liked her since the Power Rangers movie came out back in 2017. She was the Pink Ranger in that movie. And the thing I say cautiously excited because of all the genres that suffer from sequel-itis, horror movies tend to get it the worst. Sinister too. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Without further ado, let's jump to the theater and see how Smile 2 is. I can't speak. Oh my goodness. I just got home from seeing Smile 2. And what did it, was it, like I said at the start of the video, cautiously excited? Yeah, any, feeling of nervousness that I had about the film being good or not kind of went out the door in the middle of the movie. This film, Smile 2, like I said, Naomi Scott delivers her performance throughout Smile 2 just excellently. I'm so happy for her that her career has grown over the years. I really can't wait to see what she does next. Because, the first movie, the first Smile, followed a therapist named Laura. And I felt so bad for Laura. Both Smile films really succeed in making you, empathize with a protagonist, because Laura was a therapist and she was put through hell in the first movie, right? Now, imagine, or Rose, or whatever the doctor's name was in the first film. Now imagine being a pop star and having this demon, this entity that makes you see smiling, crazy people around you. Being a pop star and, being the super famous, Grammy winner and going on tour and having to deal with all the pressure from touring and singing and, meeting all the fans and everything. This film really, doesn't sugarcoat the hard realities of being famous, because you see, because this is kind of established early in the movie, not a spoiler by any means, but, Naomi Scott's character, Sky Riley, she's, a recovering drug addict, and she's been sober for a year, and here she goes being possessed by this demon that, this demon lives off of trauma, where, it possesses someone for, a week, and then it makes the person smile and kill themselves right in front of somebody else, passing on to, the next host. And yeah, throughout the film, it's I will say this, I feel like Smile 2, I mean, like I said, sequel-itis, I will say that Smile 1 does handle the scary moments better than the first film. There were plenty of moments throughout Smile 2 where I was quite afraid, but I wasn't, tucking my legs up as much onto my chair as I was, in the theater when the first film came out. And there is extra gore. There is more bloody, disturbing imagery throughout Smile 2 than there is in Smile 1. But this would usually bother me with horror movies when the first film isn't as, where it's its predecessor isn't super gory, but the sequel is just gore for the sake of gore. But this was one of the rare cases where I think the extra gore, as well as the jump scares, actually work in the film's favor, because there really aren't that many horror movies that do this, but there actually is a jump scare or two in Smile 2 that actually pushes the plot forward. Jump scares in other horror movies are just so obnoxious, or just out of the blue, just they're not really scary, they just make you jump for a split second, but it doesn't really stick with you, it doesn't make you afraid to go into your basement or your kitchen at night. But Smile 2, this film does, and I'm really trying to keep my review of this film kind of vague, because the trailers for Smile 2 did a pretty good job at being revealing, like, yeah, the trailers I feel like were quite revealing the film's plot and the plot points, but still kept a lot of the twists and turns under wraps. And the ending, viewers, oh my, again, no spoilers, but like I was like sitting there in the theater just speechless. Like, seriously, like I always say on this channel, what has been seen cannot be unseen. And yeah, Smile 2, again, I really hope there's a Smile 3. Because this, again, is it better than Smile 1? I feel like they're kind of on the same level personally. But yeah, that doesn't stop Smile 2 from getting an 8 out of 9 stars. It's a spooktacular film. And if you haven't watched the first Smile, I would suggest doing so before seeing this. So, like, if you haven't seen the first Smile, you're not going to be totally lost if you go into Smile 2 without seeing it. But I feel like there's just for, like, context's sake, I think it'd benefit. If you haven't seen either film, I would suggest, staying home and watching Smile 1 first, and then seeing Smile 2 while it's still out in theaters. Like, both films with a crowd theater. Excellent experience. Anyways, that's it for this movie review. And yeah, it's so crazy, like, this being, like, 2 years since I moved to Nebraska, like I said at the start of this video, and everything that's happened ever since. I feel like a new person. But I've talked about that plenty of times in, like, my schizo ramblings, so yeah. Stay tuned for my 2,000 subscriber special and another Turtle Tuesday episode coming next week, and yeah, and another special that I have, my 2,000 subscriber special. Yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good night. Stay beastly.